All right. That's all time. That's all time.
Derek Jeter is top 3 shortstop.
Good morning, good afternoon. This is Thanks and Tuddies, presented by Tubbs and Franke. Hello, fellas and ladies, if you listen. I don't think we have any ladies that listen. This week, we're going to have a quicker episode. We have a big announcement. Tubbs and Franke are going on a golf trip. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, Frankie's flying into Detroit tomorrow night. Well, sorry, let me pretend like it's tomorrow. Frankie's flying into Detroit tonight, picking him up, going back to Papa Tubbs' place, staying the night. Thursday, we're driving up, playing around on Thursday, Friday, 2 rounds on Saturday. We got a nice Airbnb. It's going to be so much fun. So with that being said, tonight, obviously the night before Wednesday night, when you guys are listening to this, we have a lot to do. We both have to work tomorrow. Frankie's got to get on a flight. He's got to fly. I got to go pick him up. So we both have to. I don't know about you, but I have not packed. I have not cleaned my clubs. I have not cleaned out my truck. I'm really hungry too, by the way. I'm starving. I should have had a snack. So we're gonna cap this one in about 30 minutes, hopefully. Just locks and long shots. We'll throw out a parlay and then we'll just do Paige's picks and get on with our days here. But next week's episode will probably be quite a bit longer because we're going to talk about the trip, what we got into, what type of bets we hit. Hopefully we hit one of those big, like I want to cook up some crazy shit. Like I'm trying to turn $5 into 500. I think I don't even know if I'm going to straight bet. I think I'm just going to do ridiculous parlays and hope that we hit them. That's going to be the goal. So can't wait for that. Excited to golf together. To be a good time. So with that being said, let's roll. Locks and long shots, not good for me. 17-23. I've still got Scuba Cy Young open. I think that's still looking good. Hunter Brown is kind of making a late push. Scuba got lit up a little bit and left the game, but he's apparently okay. Or was that? I'm mixing up my times now.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, football started. Scuba went back out. Did he have a good start last game? Don't know. Don't care. Football started. Just didn't actually bet this one, so I don't really check it as much. But we'll find out. ChatGPT's 11-8. I'm 9-10 versus ChatGPT. What a swing there. I was 3 games up on ChatGPT. I've lost like my last 5 locks. Last week we took the Lions and Bears under at 46.5. Not a good bet whatsoever. I think they scored 60. ChatGPT had the Packers minus 3.5 versus the Commanders. That was a W. This week though, I love the board and I feel confident that one of these is going to hit. So we're going to get back in the win column here. I think I'm taking 2 traps though, but I still like them. Cowboys plus 1.5 at the Bears minus 112. This line screamed at me. It screamed at me when it was Cowboys minus 1.5, and now it's flipped because the Cowboys might be missing some people. Did anybody watch the Bears play the Lions? They are not good. Cowboys still have a great offense that can score like crazy, and the Bears defense is shit. I think they can outrun them, outscore them. Easy cash here. Chiefs minus 6.5 at the Giants minus 105. This is Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a disgusting Sunday Night Football game, but it's a get right spot for the Chiefs. When's the last time? I don't think they've ever started a season 0-2 under Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. They haven't lost 2 straight games in a long time either. They just lost 2 straight.
I was going to say they are 0-2.
That's what I'm saying. Before they lost to the Eagles, it was like, oh, yeah, they don't lose 2 games in a row, blah, blah, blah. Well, they just did, so I don't see them losing 3 in a row. I think this is a get right spot. I will say the Chiefs have taken a step back, but they're better than the Giants. The Giants have been fun, though. Russie played awesome last week, but I think he used up the juice. And then ChatGPT went with Bills minus 12.5 versus the Dolphins Thursday Night Football. I think the Bills are going to be the equivalent. Bills and Packers are going to turn into the equivalent of the Yankees / Aaron Judge to hit a homer for ChatGPT because they wanted the Bills last week. They just didn't have the right matchup. This week they did. So I think we're going to see a lot of the Bills and we're going to see a lot of the Packers. And then long shots then. ChatGPT's 4-14. I'm 9-24. I've got a bunch of long terms. We'll be watching those. Last week, this is depressing. I put this out and it hit, and it's like one of the very few times I didn't take my own long shot. It was Bengals minus 3 versus the Jags that hit, Ravens minus 11.5 versus the Browns that hit, and Eagles minus 1.5 at the Chiefs, plus 579 W, and I had no cash flow on it. Very upset with this. I usually take all my long shots, and I'm pissed that I didn't at least throw half a unit on this, but it is what it is. I know we had Bryce Harper Dinger Tuesday. He did not hit a home run. I think he went 0 for 5, so not good there. ChatGPT, though, also lost. Travis Hunter scored a touchdown, plus 185. That lost. This week, sticking with it, Cowboys minus 2.5, plus 118 at the Bears. I think they win by at least a field goal. I wanted to go 6.5 here, but I figured take a little juice, get a long shot W on the record. And then ChatGPT likes the Rams at the Eagles plus 150. I don't hate this, and I might tail this myself. I think I'll definitely have Rams spread on the card. The Eagles offense did not look good. They've played like one good quarter all year, or one good. They had that first half against the Cowboys where they looked great, then they stunk it up. The Rams have looked good. Matthew Stafford's back, doesn't seem to be an issue, and the offense looks good. So, yeah, go ahead with your locks and long shots.
All right, my locks, I'm 37 and 32. Slowly but surely separating myself there, trying to give myself a little bit more on the win column. I would like to get to 40 before I get to 35 for the wins and losses there. Last week, Commanders, Packers, over 48.5 on Thursday Night Football was an L. The Packers defense showed up and just didn't let the Commanders do anything. So
back-to-back weeks
that defense
of
is for real.
Not giving up points and just giving up a garbage time touchdown. Well, they had one early, but then after that, they just shut it down.
Yeah, defense is insane. And then I had the Bengals -3 versus the Jags. That was a win with or without Joe Burrow. They did cover. They won by 4, so nice little win there. This week, going back to the well, we're taking the Bengals +3 versus the Vikings. Yes, backup quarterback. We will have a backup quarterback bowl here. Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning. If anybody saw how Carson Wentz played last year when he was with the Chiefs, it was absolutely horrible. And Jake Browning is a serviceable backup quarterback. So
he played
I think
well.
The Bengals, I think the Bengals honestly win this game. Vikings are also going to be without Aaron Jones, who I don't think is really that big of a deal, but without your quarterback and one of your running backs, that's a big issue. So Bengals +3 is my first pick. Second pick, Cowboys +1.5. Jake kind of already went over it. Cowboys, just a way better team. The Bears looked like shit in their first 2 games. We'll take the Cowboys +1.5. Long shots, 20 and 66. Last week, we had the Jets money line versus the Bills. If Justin Fields didn't get concussion, we might have had a chance here. But he did get a concussion, and they did lose by 20. So, loss there. And then we had the Falcons money line versus the Vikings. Read this one like a book. J.J. McCarthy is not that good. Falcons won outright pretty easily, too. And then this week, I'm going to take the Rams money line versus the Eagles. I don't trust. I'm in the same category here as ChatGPT. I don't trust the Eagles offense right now. It looks like shit. Their defense is good, but the Rams defense is also pretty good. Rams offense is still really good. Unless Matt Stafford gets injured, I think the Rams have a very good fighting chance here. And then my second long shot, I'm going to take a parlay. This is more, I do believe in most of these teams. I'm taking the Bucks money line, the Packers money line, the Seahawks money line, and the Chiefs money line. Parlayed for +158. Pretty easy. I think these are, outside of the Bills, the biggest favorites of the week. So, that's my long shots.
I didn't even think to look. What's the Lions spread on Monday night? +4.5.
4.5.
I don't think we can keep up with them. I will say, the Browns shut them down. Like, offensively, the Ravens didn't do that well. They just got a lot of points off of turnovers and Browns bullshit.
I'm not going to make this an official play, but I would keep an eye on Tennessee -39.5 against UAB this week.
Gonna boat race them after being pissed off?
I think so.
Okay.
I did see Joey Aguilar was trending, so I'm not sure what that's about.
Gotcha.
If he's injured, then disregard. But
let's do our parlay last week. By the way, went 3 of 4. So I used my ghost leg on it. I think you did too. Did you write it out or did you hedge? I forgot to ask.
I did hedge.
I
wish I wouldn't have, because I fully believed in the Falcons.
I did too. I love the Falcons. I took them in picks. I wish I would have wrote it out, but win's a win. I made a little bit there. I think I'm just going to use my ghost leg on our parlay every week because the way we set it up is kind of nice. Like try to do 4 o'clock, maybe a primetime game. But this week I'm not even going to look at times. I'm just going to trust my gut. Do you mind if I go first?
That's fine.
I'm taking the Cowboys plus 1.5. I just truly do not see a world where they don't win this game.
Okay.
It just seems so easy.
That's fine. I'm gonna take. I wish I knew about Justin Fields because I want to take the Bucks -7, especially after the Jets fucked me last week. No, you know what? I'm gonna take the Bengals Vikings over 42.5.
Interesting. Let it be known that Franke had the only leg that lost in that parlay, by the way.
Yeah.
Jake, over 2.
If there's a leg that loses, it's this one.
100%. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I mean, the Bengals offense is good. I feel like the Vikings defense can maybe, they're missing a lot of guys too, actually. This might be, I don't hate that play now. To be honest, I totally forgot about my other play. I had one in mind. I want to find it. Oof. What time is the Bengals-Vikings game? Is it 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
we can do 3 at
let
1.
me throw
That's
a couple
fine.
out here and see how you feel about it.
Okay.
Rams-Eagles under 44.5, I kind of like.
See, yeah, I was thinking about that one too. What if the Eagles offense just
wakes up?
Yeah.
But
it is week 3.
What if the Rams defense continues to play well and the Eagles play well? Look at that Rams-Texans game. 2 good defenses, not a lot of points. And the Texans offense maybe a little bit mediocre. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If you want to take it, I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to bump it up under 48.5.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And that's -186, so we'll still get some juice. That's cool. Your last pick. Or do we want to make a rule that you have to just use the lines that are available? But I like bumping it up.
No, that's fine.
It's a parlay.
Right?
I won't talk shit if I go 2-0 since I used the bumped up line. Is there anything prime time you like so we can have an opportunity to hedge?
Well, so there's a...
Oh, you know what? I'm going to change my pick. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I'm just going to take both my locks. No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm not changing. I don't trust the Chiefs enough. I think, especially since I was praying for the downfall of the
dynasty.
I
hate that pick.
Especially since I'm praying for the downfall of the dynasty.
How do you feel about Chargers money line? Put it this way. Broncos on the road.
Broncos and Paige's picks.
Broncos are traveling again.
Pretty girl bump.
Yeah.
Chargers defense looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Chargers money line.
It's just a fun
-142.
We made some money last week, so we got it 2 or 3 weeks in a row that we're free rolling.
Yes.
All right, Chargers money line. That brings us to +846. Make sure you guys use your Ghost Leg promo on that like we did last week, and you'll be able to cash. I'm riding it out this week, though. I'm done hedging.
Yeah, especially the Ghost Leg, too. Like your
payout was already cut. Do they even have Ghost Leg this week? I don't see it. Maybe we're early?
Yeah, we might be early.
Or they had it last week, though, because I definitely placed the bet when the podcast was going.
I'll scour Twitter.
They may have removed it. I'm just saying. I think they were getting killed with the amount of money they made last year on one-leggers. Their parlays missed by 1 leg. They bragged about it, right?
Yeah.
And then, I can see it. All right, let's do Paige's picks. So hopefully, there's a little bit of time to talk about the Lions. Your Packers, I don't think there's too much to say about them. They're very fucking good and scary because, excuse me, real quick about the Packers. Look how they made the Lions look week 1. Everybody thought the Lions were dead, and then the Lions come out and look fucking awesome again. 50 burger, Jared Goff, awesome. Run game was great. Like, are the Packers that good, or did the Lions just pull the Bengals and start slow? We'll find out when they play at Ford Field. That'll be a big time. That's the other thing. It was at home, indoors, home crowd. Like, that's a lot of sway there. I do think, barring things that can happen throughout the season, I won't say it, but I think the Lions right now at Ford Field, if they played next week, I think they'd have the Lions -1.5.
Yeah, at home, I think so too.
At home, with how they looked last week, and I think it would be an awesome fucking game.
I will say the Packers have bullied Keyshawn Nixon into becoming like one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He was not good the last couple of years, and he has looked phenomenal.
Well, you know what helps
recently?
is that quarterbacks do not have time to throw the ball because your D-line is so good. Like, that is
true.
The unspoken thing here. Jared Goff had no time to throw the ball. He had all the time in the world last week. Everybody was talking about how bad our offensive line, defensive line was. Total difference when you're going up against the Bears, who aren't a good team. Not a good team. However, I think the Lions needed that get-right game. Monday is going to be a huge test, but road game, Baltimore, Monday Night Football, don't love it. And last year, what did we lose to the Ravens? Like 40-7? Or that was 2 years ago. That was a bad game.
Yeah, you guys got killed.
So, and that was on the road as well. So let's roll Paige's picks, though, so we can talk about the Lions a little bit more.
Question, you did place this parlay already?
No, I'm waiting to see if we can get the ghost leg.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get it. They haven't tweeted a single thing about ghost leg since last week.
I'm telling you, I think they got killed. Everybody was using that. They probably got smoked.
Yeah. I'm all the way back to midday yesterday, and I don't see anything about it. So
yeah, they probably got smoked, I would say.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. That's a fun promo, but I'll probably still place that parlay, but definitely not as much as I was doing on the ghost leg, because only hitting 3 out of 4 gives you a better shot.
Yep.
All right. Paige's picks then. Would you like to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. So last week, leader in the clubhouse, back to the top, at least for last week. I went 13-3.
By one game. Just one game.
First is first.
Imagine if you didn't take the Jets.
Yeah. Well, just wait till you hear my picks this week. So I went 13-3 last week. Jake went 12-4. Paige went 11-5. Overall, Jake is in the lead 25-7. Paige is second at 23-9, and I am in last at 22-10. I said last week if I had a bad week, I was going to go safer. I had a good week. I'm sticking to it.
I think so. Last year, you jump out to the lead and you just held it. I think the last couple of years, I'm changing my viewpoint here. I am like actually looking into it, deep scratch in the brain, and I'm just going to hold this lead for the whole year. Hopefully, if I can avoid the weeks where I go like 6-11, I had a couple of those last year and it killed me. And then I changed my whole prophecy, and I did well at the end of the year, but I just want to win one of these, man. We're just going to keep going the way we're going right now. And then if I have to change something, I will. If I go under 500, there's going to be drastic changes.
I'm just going to wait until week 18 to scoop up the lead again. So
yeah, that'd be unfortunate if I led all year and then lost at week 18. If you just kept hanging around, kind of like the Guardians.
All right. Yeah. Thursday, Dolphins at Bills. Bills -12.5. Over under 49.5. We are all in the Bills. I should make a note. Last week I said I love every single over, and I think all but 3 overs hit, and 2 of them were prime time. So actually, I didn't take their. Did I take? Yeah, I did take Thursday's over. Neither of the Monday ones hit, and I don't think Sunday hit. And then I think there might have been one more.
So yeah. All the primetime games lost.
Yes. But I sent a text to you guys and I said I love every over in the noon slate on Sunday, and I think I lost 2 overs. in the noon slate. And then 4 o'clock was, 3 o'clock was the same thing. Only lost like 1 or 2. So, anyways, I don't have that same feeling this week. Thursday, all on the Bills. Sunday, Packers -7.5 at the Browns, over under 41.5. We are all on the Packers. Great picks. Colts -3.5 at the Titans, over under 43.5. Also, some of these lines are flipped already, so if I read off something and it's different, not my fault. I just did this afternoon.
All right.
Paige is on the Titans. I am on the Colts.
Did you say?
I didn't say you.
Did you say Pages though?
Yeah, I said Paige is on the Titans. I'm on the Colts.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I shouldn't read text messages while I'm on this show. Hand up on me. I'm taking the Titans for the simple reason that their offense has looked okay, and the Colts have looked too good. Like Daniel Jones should not be playing like this. They're also on the road finally. Didn't they have 2 home games?
The Colts?
They played the Dolphins at home because Ursay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
They're finally going on the road. I think they lose. Taking the Titans. This is like one of the few that I don't feel good about, but I'm taking the Titans.
Okay. Bengals at Vikings. Vikings -2.5, over under 42.5. Paige is taking the Vikings. I will take the Bengals. I kind of explained earlier, I think Jake Browning is a better backup quarterback than Carson Wentz is.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals too. I don't like it though. I looked at it same as you. Look at the quarterbacks. Jake Browning's better. Bengals offense has more weapons. But then look at the defense. The Bengals defense is nowhere near as good as the Vikings defense. However, the Vikings defense is banged up. There we go. Bengals.
I think Jamar Chase is going to eat.
The ladder. That'd be a fun ladder on Sunday.
Yeah, that might have to be. Steelers -1.5 at the Patriots, over under 44.5. We are all on the Patriots.
Yep.
Jake says
like
also you.
Either, but
yep,
gotta ride.
Rams at Eagles. Eagles -3.5, over under 43.5. This one shocked me. We are all on the Rams.
Well, you knew Paige was going to take the Rams, but yeah. I think you and I both see the Eagles' offense has not looked good. The Rams have looked pretty good. Rams are like always that team that's like sneaky good. They make a playoff. They're going to win some games, and I think this is one they can win.
Yep. Jets at Bucks. Bucks -6.5, over under 44.5. We are all on the Bucks. A lot of agreeing.
Yeah, it's going to keep rolling.
Raiders at Commanders. Commanders -3.5, over under 44.5. We're all on the commies. I am a little concerned about Jaden Daniels. Have they said anything?
I just saw that he was like banged up, but I'm gonna assume he's gonna play.
I saw he was questionable. Bill's gonna eat, by the way, this week. That might be confirmed. So, Falcons -5.5 at the Panthers, over under 43.5. Paige is on the Panthers. Not really surprised there. I will take the Falcons.
I'm on the Falcons too. I'm done with the Panthers. They've fucked me. I'm done with them. I should have 2 more wins. Why am I taking the Panthers? Done with them.
Yeah, Tet looks good. Tetaroa, sorry.
Yeah, he's had 2 good weeks.
Texans at Jags. Jags -1.5, over under 44.5. A lot of 43, 44s this week on the over-unders. So, Paige and I are on the Texans.
And I'm going with the Jags. Texans have been unimpressive. They obviously have to win eventually. Jags been putting up points. And Texans defense is good. Also revenge game for Trevor Lawrence. If you remember last year, got knocked the fuck out.
That's true.
Revenge game.
I don't think that the Texans have looked... Week 1, they looked bad. Last night, they did not look bad against the Bucs.
That's true.
The Jags very concerned... Yep, true. Jags very concerned about Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, dude just doesn't want to catch footballs. He's afraid of contact or what?
Yeah, apparently he's nursing some wrist injury. I think that's way worse than it actually is. But
yeah,
afternoon game. Yeah, afternoon games. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers -2.5, over under 46.5. Paige and I are on the Chargers.
I'm going Broncos. even though we just took Chargers in the parlay and I like the pick, part of me is like the Broncos defense is going to wake up eventually. I think it's this week. I think the Broncos play well. The offense looked great last week. I mean, Bo Nix played awesome. He threw that one stupid-ass pick and cost him the game, essentially. But Bo Nix looked great. The offense was humming.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I see it as a
No,
toss-up.
that is true. All right. Saints at Seahawks. Seahawks minus 7.5. Over under 41.5. Paige is taking the Saints.
Does she watch football with you at all, or like look at ESPN, or?
She didn't this week. But
honestly, if you're gonna take the Saints to win a game, I feel like this is their most winnable yet. Maybe the Cardinals. No, who'd they play last week?
Honestly, the Saints have been in both of their games.
Yeah.
Granted, the 49ers playing.
Rattler hasn't looked terrible, and the 49ers used a backup. But Sam Darnold, I view him as a backup. The Seahawks did look good last week, but yeah, I think this is Seahawks pretty easy for me.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks as well. So, Cowboys at Bears. Bears are now minus 1.5. Over under 50.5. Yeah, we're all on the Cowboys. That's 2 dogs that we're all on this week, and that could probably be a sign.
Take the dogs. Go Cowboys.
Yeah. Cardinals at 49ers. Niners are minus 1.5. Over under is 44.5. Paige is taking the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Niners. Mac Jones did not look bad last week. The Cardinals don't want to use Marvin Harrison, which is frustrating. Trey Benson is taking over work from James Conner.
James Conner.
I don't know.
A lot of pass catching.
Yes. But yeah, I like the Niners this week.
I'm taking the Cards. They almost blew it against the Panthers. That would have been funny, but Mac Jones doesn't do it for me.
That's fine. Sunday Night Football, Chiefs minus 5.5 at the Giants, over under 45.5. Paige is taking the Chiefs. A little sussy for Rusty this week.
Was I a week early on the Giants pick? I had the Giants last week.
I hate this pick. I really do. I'm taking the Giants. I don't believe in the Giants whatsoever. But on the off chance that the Chiefs are traveling, Russ lights up again. The Chiefs their offense looks like dog shit. Patrick Mahomes is their leading rusher through 2 games.
Yeah.
Which says a lot. Cam Scatterbo looks awesome. He might be the new lead back. And then, worst case scenario, if they decide to start Jackson Dart, you get a Jackson Dart coming out game on Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs.
I don't think they're going to start Jackson Dart after that Rusty game, though. He looked so good. He was throwing moon balls to neighbors.
Yeah.
This is a pick I don't hate, but I view this as a get-right game for the Chiefs, as right as they can get. I think they cover. I think they win. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, deep down, I think that the Chiefs probably win this game, but I'm taking the Giants on the off chance that the Chiefs are just broken.
It's a good spot to take a shot, that's for sure.
All right, Monday Night Football, last game. If you're paying attention, you know that we are missing a team here, one of our teams. Lions at Ravens. Ravens minus 4.5, over under 51.5. Paige is on the Lions. I am taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens too. I very rarely pick against the Lions. Last year it worked. They won 15 games. But I don't like this spot here. You looked awesome against the Bears, but we looked terrible against the Packers. Packers defense way better than the Ravens defense. Ravens offense though scares me a lot more than the Packers because we do not play well against mobile quarterbacks. I think Lamar runs for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think the Lions lose by 14, but it's like good enough where I'm like, hey, you know what? The Ravens are a good team. They're going to be in the playoffs. I'm not going to come on the podcast next week and be all frustrated. I think the Lions can win this game. I do. I just don't think enough to not pick them or to pick them. I hate picking against them, but I'm taking the Ravens. I have to think with my head. In my head, if I was an unbiased fan, I think I'd look at this game and go, yeah, the Ravens are going to win. They're at home, Monday Night Football. They've looked good. I do see a world where the Lions win. And I hope I'm wrong. I do hope I'm wrong. But if I'm right, hey, that's another W in the win column. Or another
playing a little devil's advocate here. Lamar didn't run last week against the Browns.
Browns
and
defense,
he had
though,
plenty of time. Yes, but he had plenty of time to run. So what if he just kind of does the same thing and doesn't run this week?
Didn't Lamar threw for what, 700 yards last week though?
He did throw for a lot.
Or was I just tricked by seeing every pass he threw was a long touchdown to that dude I've never heard of?
Oh yeah,
the Wallace kid.
Yeah,
he had two. Oh, he only had 225, but he threw 4 touchdowns. They didn't run the ball, but I think that says a lot about Myles Garrett, And we don't really Hutchinson hasn't looked like Hutchinson before leg break. He looked good. He had a sack or almost sack that led to a pick, but
and also other devil's advocate. Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say Derrick Henry hasn't been that good. He was really fucking good against the Bills. So
yeah, yep. Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. I hope I'm wrong, and we'll talk next week about it. But let's talk about the Lions real quick. This was needed. I needed that W. I was very scared they were going to lose that game, and I was going to have to come on this podcast before our trip and just lose my fucking mind. So if we lost to the Bears and it was embarrassing, I would have been pissed. Luckily, we looked very good. Ben Johnson, I was already kind of out on him. Fucking dead to me. Dude couldn't even say Jared Goff's name in the postgame presser. He said, oh, yeah, their quarterback. Motherfucker, say his name. You know who he is. You coached him for 3 fucking years. I truly, looking back, I don't understand why he went to the Bears. You go to this franchise that's been cursed since 85, right? They went to a Super Bowl with Cutler. They were good that year, right? Outside of that, though, they've been a struggling franchise for, 10 years? And then you go there with a quarterback who has not looked good. You got a fan base that fucking hates everybody involved. A GM who just got extended because he hired you, but that saved his job because everything else he's done is shit. Dude hasn't drafted.
They haven't had a Pro Bowler. Yeah.
A single Pro Bowler that he's drafted. All of his draft picks last year aren't playing currently. I believe, Loveland had 1 target, and he was your 10th overall pick before Tyler Warren. I'm a huge Loveland guy. I didn't see him on the field, though. They don't put him on the field. Is he bad?
Yeah,
is he hurt? Is he slow?
Outside of Loveland, I think 3 or 4 of their next picks were all healthy scratches.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then, this is another thing I look back on. You draft Colson Loveland, but you have Cole Kmet, who's a very serviceable tight end, who's good and, not old yet. I don't understand that pick. And if you were going to make that pick, why not take Tyler Warren, who looked better in college? Tyler Warren was a dog.
And played all over the field.
It's proven. I mean, he's over in Indianapolis doing crazy fucking things. Yeah, so that's enough on Bears talk. But Lions look good, ran the ball, scored a lot of points. How do you feel about the Lions doing the leap and then calling it the Lions leap and Packers fans online being mad about it, that we're copying them?
I think it feels like a dig at us. Especially considering how long. No.
Okay.
I mean, it was on Red Zone and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. It's just it's been a tradition for the Packers for so long, and I don't really know of any other team that calls it whatever leap.
Right.
It's it's been the Lambeau leap, so then to be the Lions leap or whatever is a little weird.
The official NFL account is the one that posted it, so the Lions didn't call it that. And then second, there was a kid that had a sign that said "jump here," and it wasn't until the 5th touchdown that they jumped there. So to defend,
Jared Goff can't jump.
Jared Goff has no hops, and then he's got no upper body. How does he throw a ball the way he does? He's got no upper body strength. He couldn't get up there, and then he ended up just laying there. It ended up very funny. But yeah, kid had the sign, and they scored 5 touchdowns before they saw it and did it. So I don't think it's going to be a recurring thing. If it does become a recurring thing, that is definitely a shot at Green Bay, but I don't think it will. I mean, they did it. Gibbs did it last year twice. So, it happens, but it's not every game the Packers do every game. It feels like somebody's jumping the stands. So, I don't think it'll be a thing that catches on. But it was very funny to me that Packers fans are oh, what else can they steal from us? Blah, blah, blah. Go Lions, go. Like, no, we don't. We're not doing that. The NFL is the one that posted it. I literally saw a guy.
Yeah.
I forget who it was. It might have been one of those that we talked about before, like MKE Brewers or whatever. Or what was the other one? Ike Packers. The ones that you
Yeah,
hate
I
as
fucking
well.
hate them.
They literally quoted the tweet from the NFL that said Lions leap, and it was the clip. And it's like, dude, the official NFL account tweeted this. It wasn't the Lions account. It'd be different if the Lions account.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Lions retweeted it, but they weren't the ones that posted. So I
Yeah.
thought that was very funny. But yeah, I'm back on the Lions can be good train. Still afraid of the Packers. It doesn't feel like I love our D coordinator, Kelvin Shepard. Dude is very animated on the sidelines. Former player, basically Aaron Glenn 2.0. I mean, he's so animated. He gets hyped with the guys. John Morton, though, I don't love my offensive coordinator sitting in the booth. Don't love it. Never have for teams that do it. But he's a big dude, so he's not going to be down there getting in the scrum with the fellas. If you call plays to score touchdowns, I got no problem with you. And we scored a lot of touchdowns last week. So 50 burger on the Bears. The Bears still suck. Also, there's a rumor that the Lions account tweeted a hidden message. They did a string of 6 or 7 tweets. Or no, maybe it was 6. It was the first letter of every tweet spelt out fuck TB, so the Bears. Don't know if that was a crazy coincidence, but it might have been on purpose. Somebody caught it. Thought that was pretty funny. What else about the game? Jared Goff still can throw a football. It was pretty funny. I was talking to Sid while we were watching. A lot of his throws, when they slow it down and they show it, they just look like ducks. It's like, how is this a good throw? Jameson Williams is back too. 54 yards a catch. No big deal. Don't fall for people trying to sell high on JMO. He's still going to have games where he has no catches and like 1 run for 8 yards. But, yeah, he's going to have those games where he gets 100 yards and a touchdown. But, yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm ready to wrap if you are, because I got a lot to do and I need a snack. Papa's hungry.
Two quick Packers things. First, Jaden Reed, we didn't talk about that. Broke his collarbone.
Yep. Dunzo.
Out like 6 to 8 weeks. He
Done
just tweeted literally 37 minutes ago, successful foot and clavicle surgery. Praise God or something like that. Because he had a Jones fracture in his foot too that he was playing through. So that's actually pretty good to see. Because that means we don't have to worry about the foot injury. Once he comes back, he's fully healthy. Yeah. Second thing, Matthew Golden breakout is about to happen. He is leading the league. Yeah, he's leading the league in average separation score through 2 weeks. So once now that he's going to be forced to get more playing time, I think he's about to just start exposing people. The deep routes have been there. The connection is just barely missing. So that'll be fun. And then last Packers thing, they wore the whiteout jerseys this week. I wish we would just save it for a snow game.
Yeah,
I don't know why we don't wear that in snow. It still looks good, but
you're probably not allowed
that
to
in a snow game
you're probably
would
not allowed
be
to.
Unreal. Maybe
if it's like actively snowing, you're probably not allowed to wear all white.
But they're not just like, if it's not expected to snow and then it starts snowing Sunday morning, they're not going to be like, oh, sorry, you got to change your jerseys.
They might. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Matthew Golden breakout. I need him. I need a wide receiver in that league bad.
I'm excited.
Coleman didn't do shit for me.
It's coming.
All right. Talk coming. With that being said, everybody have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, endorse some Tuddies. We'll see you next week.
Peace.